Many say that there's an epidemic of loneliness in the country. At Aging with Dignity, we have spent a great deal of time studying the topic and also trying to combat the loneliness. And of course, the only way to do that is through relationship. I'm wondering what you think. I mean, are we exaggerating the epidemic of loneliness? Is it out there? I mean, what does the science say?
Science? Okay. I don't think so. I don't think we're exaggerating. I think it's real. I think it's been in the works for the last 2 decades, or at least this is what research would suggest. And COVID came along and really amplified it. And so we know a couple of things. There have been different trends which have meant that people are more socially isolated. They're not having as much social contact since COVID, and then hybrid working, all of that. But then also they're reporting, and this is the number that I think is very interesting, 52% of Americans are saying that they're lonely. 48% of them are saying that their relationships don't feel meaningful. It's not just about social isolation.
Does that equal 100% of people unhappy?
I'd say we're looking at the same demographic there.
Okay.
But you can see that it's not just social isolation, it's about meaning and meaningful connection, right? Yeah, okay.
And how you find companionship nowadays, besides having your little pet dog there at the restaurant with you, you know, but they're during the campaign, you know, they were talking about the women that live alone with their cats, and you know, but there was a certain awareness, I think, among the public that this loneliness is not going away, that people are finding with all the stimulation, the technology. I mean, what do you think?
Well, I hear you. I think the technology has really trashed connection. You know, is it easier to look at your phone? Sure. Than to look at a face that's going to change according to how you're being received. So that's a complex system, as we know with autism. Right. It's tougher. It's a bigger ask. But 20 years ago in our community, I was listening to a lot of people talk about how lonely they were, and people in the community associated it with vocation.
Okay.
Oh, I'm discerning, you know, vocation. I'm so lonely. Oh, I'm a priest. I'm lonely. I'm this. And so I just, for fun, one day said, "How many here felt lonely in the past month?" And of course, everyone's hand went up. I said, "How many here have felt lonely in the past week?" Everyone's hand went up. I said, "Just for the record, I want to point out that we have a mix of vocations here. We have priests, we have religious, we have single people, and we have married people here, and we're all sharing a commonality of loneliness." Experiences of loneliness. And loneliness is not just the absence of people, it can be loneliness in an emotional state, right?
So, yeah, connection, meaningful connection. That's what people are having trouble with.
When you read Kafka or Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, there's this sense of alienation, that you are alone in this world, stranger in a strange land. And that's pretty foundational to our own awareness of ourselves as a human being. So I guess there's partly always going to have that certain solitariness. When I get on planes now, it's remarkable, this change now, that you sit in the seat and then the person's coming into the middle seat and no one talks to each other. No one even acknowledges the person sitting there. No one says goodbye when they leave. It's like we've been conditioned now to be solitary selves with our, you know, the Bluetooth in the ear, the iPhone ever present in the hand.
I think that's a great point. I think we're developing loneliness habits of loneliness that are then feeding into and kind of creating this feedback mechanism. We're making ourselves lonelier and lonelier because we're not really connecting in the way that we used to. And we know that as well, the more lonely we get, the more we experience people around us as rejecting of us. That's an interesting finding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But what do you do about it? I mean, what are the 3 quick things that you'd say, here's how you combat loneliness? Because people, I mean, some of it's obvious, but if you get into these questions of meaning, it's not just, be around a bunch of people. Some of the most lonely people are in the midst of a lot of people. So what are the 3 things you'd say real quickly we should do?
Well, go. Well, I'm happy to start too, just to kick the ball out on that one. I think one is, you know, we did a lot of segments on meaningful listening and communicating. So listening to people. If you're lonely, actually listen to people. You know, that's a meaningful connection. Work on your meaningful connection skills. I think when you're going into the places around you in your environment, now we have a tendency to shut down, put our eyes down, put our AirPods in, this kind of thing. You know, when you're going in, look around, talk to people, ask for help, ask how they're doing. really kind of be connected out in the world. Another one I think, by the way, I should say pets are good. We think research sort of tells us the
I'm all
pets.
pet. I'm all in on pets.
Jim, especially if it fits in your purse.
Yeah, right. And your little beneath your seat. Yeah.
But the other piece is who needs you? One of the best ways of combating loneliness is go, okay, who around me in my community needs me? Now if you're overdoing that, if you're already burnt out from that, maybe that's not you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people could be thinking about that. Who could use my help? Who needs something from me? That's connection.
But what else? I mean, isn't there a spiritual origin to this?
Well, I literally, what I would say to people, spend today going out and making eye contact and smiling. So
Right.
when you encounter someone,
Right.
make eye contact and smile. And you will see all around you suddenly, oh, it's light, there's joy, there's happiness.
And that's the key, I think, is to overcome that piece in you that
Yeah.
could be feeling like they're rejecting me.
Yes.
So that's really
They're not.
interesting.
But you remember during COVID, now I caught myself. I
Yeah.
am one of those turtles. I would like to just go around
Sure.
and not be bothered.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm an introvert.
Yes.
Okay. So during COVID, it got real easy because we had to wear masks and like scarves. I mean, you had to go out in a hazmat suit in Ireland to get
Right.
groceries.
Right.
And so you couldn't breathe, first of all, but also you became accustomed to not making eye contact. They had lines up the aisles where you had to walk in this line. You had to walk this way. You couldn't encounter anyone. That was the goal.
Right.
To not
Right. The whole
encounter anyone.
social distancing.
Yes,
business.
and they took it to a level that you'd be giggling because it was
Right. Absurd.
and the line no one separated in the line outside.
Right. Right. They figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, I just think those are good suggestions. It's always a topic that's going to be accompanying mankind, it seems, because of that awareness that we are in some ways solitary creatures, but we're called to community and called to combat loneliness by needing each other and relating with each other. And but I do think this issue is not going away until we start addressing the technology trap that so many people are in, that have this illusion of likes and social media connectivity, when in fact it's just aggravating, like salt water is to a thirsty person. It just aggravates the desire for meaningful connection.
The research confirms that.
Good. I was right on something.